Yes, it's Ben Whittaker. A bellend, but I'm a through ya. My eyes too close together, like an orangutan or whatever.
Yeah, but I can shimmy, and I can jimmy. Can give Sam Stroller a stiffy. Make him them eyes go squiffy. Sam busting up in a jiffy.
Yes, the Triple B, the boxing basement right here. Remember to like, to keep away sickness of the haters, man, who try and attack good channels that speed the reality. And that includes YT itself. Anyway, here we go, right? So here we go. What do we got? So I was just thinking, about Boxer. You know, the weird company that was set up by mysterious Ben Shalom, right? Ben Shalom has got a quite an odd background. It's a bit shady, but I don't mean he's a criminal. I just mean that it doesn't fit together, the pieces. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, has some student, a guy who had a couple of student bashes or something like that at university. Yeah, and then he did he did a couple of prize fighter style tournaments, right, with boxing. Now this guy had no involvement in boxing. He didn't know nothing about boxing. He'd never boxed. He didn't know nobody in boxing. Yeah, just suddenly decided to do a few prize fighter type tournaments, and they were automatically featured on Sky Sports. That's a bit odd, don't you think? Just randomly. A guy to get involved in that, who never knew nothing about boxing. Yeah, prize fighters whack anyway. And B, just to suddenly be signed up for these whack prize fight style things called Boxer with a double X, just to be trendy in it. Yeah. So you got like Shalom just coming out of the blue and he gets given a contract. This is the initial contract, right? And we'll get on to what happens later. Yeah. Now that's all a bit suspicious, right? And more than anything else, Sky has its own prize fighter thing. They invented prize fighter, even when it's ridiculously whack. A couple of them were okay, to be honest with you. Largely the heavyweight ones, because like heavyweights. They got that power to bang people out at any time. But it was weird because they expected these pros. I mean, it shouldn't mean anything in pros. It's 3 threes. Yeah, okay. You might do it 3 times in one night, but that's not pro boxing. That's not high level pro boxing. The shortest pro boxing is 4. It's 4 rounds, and it shouldn't mean anything. Even that off the top of prize fight, Woody Harrison got a shot at David Hay and got beaten up. Some people say it was a fix because there seems to be some conversation between the two about when to go down. Anyway, that's another story. But the point is, it's all very odd. Why would Sky decide to promote another company of some guy, some student guy, who's never done nothing but have a couple of student gigs, even though they've got their own product called Prize Fighter, the branded product? That's very odd. Now, why could this happen? Everybody know. Everybody know. There's no such thing as a rhetorical question on the Triple B channel. I'll tell you what happened. Jonathan Licht, I think at 21, he became, the head of Sky Sports, but he promoted, if you like, Shalom. Yeah? Jonathan Licht is from the tribes, innit? He's from the tribe, the same tribe as Ben Shalom. Okay, some people say they worship in the same place, right? Or have done, or they've known each other. They're actually personal friends. Now, Licht wants to put diversity, he wants to push it above everything. Now, why would you do that in sport or TV? It's meant to be a business. You're a director of Sky Sports. All you want is viewing figures, cash, money, profit. Nah, not Licht. Oh, he wants diversity. And Ben Shalom wants diversity as well. You can see, I've featured it loads of times. There's loads and loads and loads and loads of articles, including on the BBC, about how they need to push diversity in boxing. Now, as I said many times, boxing is the most diverse sport of all, in terms of race, in terms of countries. But what do they really mean? They mean batty business and women, and rug munchers, and that's what they pushed. Sickening. Women that done boxing for 2 years and they become world champion. They're rubbish, awful. They get waxed, sparked, knocked out by 14, 50-year-old club male amateurs, right? So we know it's a fraud, and we know that there must be some, if you know, BlackRock, Vanguard type scenarios here, where certain agendas are being encouraged, even if they are not on the outset commercial. right? Okay. But anyway, so this Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom. Shalom just means hello, right? So it's Ben Hello, if it was anglicized. Hello, Ben Hello. Yeah. So Ben Hello has just been named one of the top 30 whatever entrepreneurs, okay, in the UK by this company. Excuse me. The top under 30 entrepreneur. But it's a company called Hurun, right? Which is a Chinese company, essentially. It's London, Shanghai, and I think Mumbai or something like that. And it's actually an English guy that runs it. But it's a bit odd. I mean, who cares? Who cares? And it was widely reported as well. No one cares about Hurun. What do they do? I think they're a media and research company. But obviously, these kind of companies consider themselves experts and have these awards ceremonies, which is just, I've been to some awards ceremonies back in the day. It's just an excuse for people to get smashed. I had a successful company and I was invited to this awards ceremony. I didn't get no awards. And anyway, I was dancing and things, and some guy gave me a hard time, man. I'm like, but this time I get my drink on because the drink's free, right? So you get mashed up. And this guy is like, look, he's been a bit funny, man. What you look at? I said, what are you looking at? Piss off, blood. Yeah? He starts walking towards me aggressively. I'm like, I'm going to whack this idiot out. And there's another guy there, and he sees me, and he's like, oh, no. And he's like, pushes the other guy away. He tries to keep us away. And I said, no, I'm going to knock him out. I won't be disrespected. This is, it's the post party in an awards ceremony, and I was considered a good client. I was about to knock this idiot out. Oh dear. But anyway, in the end, this guy's like, come on, blood. Chill beat, man, calm down, bro. You can't go knocking people out. I said, yeah, but you shouldn't look at me like that, disrespect me. Yeah, you would take the bad man out of the street, but you can't take the street out of the bad man. Actually, I'm not from the street. I actually, but countryside upbringing, but come to London, things change, you get me? Anyway, yeah, back to Shalom. Shalom, hello, Ben Shalom, hello. So he won this under 30s, and he was bragging on it, obviously. No one's even heard of Haroon. Like I said, it's an excuse to get your party on, you know what I'm saying? Put it on expenses. But Haroon will put it on expenses, it's like it comes off their tax bill or whatnot. Oh, it's what's it called? It's a work. Excuse me. It's an invoice. It's just like a normal invoice. It's a work cost. Yeah, and basically they have a good time, and I bet they did a lot of yayo too. You can imagine media companies. They're all in there sniffing up blood. Anyway, so I think I was actually kind of on the yayo that night when I wanted to knock that guy out, but I think I might even have thrown a shot at him. Bop, just a warning shot. But I missed him by about, a foot because I was off me nut. But he knew. Anyway, whatever, man. So, so I'm Ben Shalom. Ben Hello wins this under 30s award. Anyway, so I just put up on my Instagram. I see this thing come out and I just went, yeah, this is the least deserved award ever. And Ben Shalom liked it. Yeah, Ben Shalom liked it. I thought, you know what that tells you? He knows the Triple B. And I think a lot of people do in the industry, man. I bet a lot of people do, because people search on themselves. I do quirky stuff. People know. Boxing is small. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's loads of people, I see stuff, even the fans are saying, oh, this guy's obviously watched the video, right? But yeah, anyway, it's, what they can do is give me some cash money, some super shekels, man. What content I'm making. Stop, and don't just leave it up to Shane Bongos, Mohammed N, Nuds, and all the other fans that have generously given cash money. Michael Maloney, yeah? I can't name everyone, sorry, man, it's off the top of my head, bro. But yeah, let these... Ben Shalom, I know you're tight, your community don't like to get the cash out. Give me some super shekels, blood. You obviously like what I'm talking about. And even though I dissed him, I thought, you know what, I'll give him some credit. I'll give him some credit. He actually gave it a like. But anyway, so on to the main beef, the meat of the video. So this guy Shalom, right? Now, so he's won this under 30s. Like, come on, if this Chinese company know anything about boxing, know anything about Ben Shalom, there's obviously some links there. He's obviously been pushed to some extent. And what has he done What's he done that's so great, Ben Shalom? Lost Sky money? Lost Sky viewers? I mean, I don't know if he has. I haven't, but come on, bro. You know, all I will say is certainly the brand has lost respect, at the very least. Or you go on any forum or any Twitters, anything like that, they're just dissing, oh, another awful Shalom show, and there'll be 3 women's bouts. We don't want to watch this. It's rubbish. Yeah. And there's a lot of talk, there's been a lot of chat. I did a video on this, obviously, as well. Yeah, it's going to be closed down. Yeah. Some people say it's deliberate. We don't want boxing anymore, so we'll just ruin it and just get out of it. We can't compete with no Turkey a la Sheik anyway, right? He's putting on the big shows, and we've got this kind of 28-year-old guy who don't know his ass from his elbow. He's organised a few student nights, although he is now the best under-30s entrepreneur allegedly in the UK, according to Haroon, who they are, as I said. Who's Haroon, man? And yeah, you see when he's giving his prize. You look at the back and it's meant to be a media company. It looks like it was typed up, yeah? You know, the graphic looks like it was done in 1983 or something. It's awful. That's how much respect I got for Haroon. None. Obviously, Haroon don't know shit if they think that Ben Shalom is the top under-30s entrepreneur in the UK. He got his gig, which he's not doing very well at, because of Jonathan Licht, his big pal. Anyway, so will boxer implode? Will it get sacked off? Is Sky going to get out of boxing? I mean, I don't really care one way or another. I hope so, because I can't stand the Sky team, the Sky people. Smith's gone now. You know, they got rid of all the good people. Well, not Smith, but they got rid of Glenn McCrory, you know. They got rid of Graham McCrory. They got rid of other few people they didn't like and replaced them with company men with bums like Johnny Nelson with his peanut head. Yeah, his peanut-shaped head. All these women and women's boxing. It's almost like if you wanted to destroy boxing, you would do exactly what Sky Sports do. Put on fights no one's interested in, with boring fighters like a Coley. Put on names that no one cares about. Put on women boxing and push that as if it's special. Tell us we're watching amazing boxing and better than the men, and watch the people switch off. So, so this is just a joke, and the whole world's a joke anyway. We know this, but yeah, look at what's going on with boxing. What they got, man? What they got? You know, the two big guys that Boxer laughably signed, right? Which was meant to make Boxer big and get viewers was Fraser Clark, the bronze medalist, with a huge Malteser head. It's like a massive Easter egg head twerker, that bum Fraser, the fruity twerker, yeah, who also goes around bullying, super bantamweights and touching their hair. And, I thought he was quite likeable before in interviews. Now it turns out he's just another big bully. And not only that, a fruity one. And listen, man, you seen that fruity video, right? Ain't no straight guy that moves his ass like that as a joke. That's someone who's got experience. Yeah, as a socket, as a pillow biter, as a bottom, yeah, as the catcher, as the post box. Feel me? Sick guy. So no wonder Shalom likes him, because he pushes that diversity. Ticks 2 boxes: bate business, and whatever. I don't know what he's saying. Afro-Caribbean, I suppose. Yeah, whatever, man. Brown people and bate business. I love that stuff in media. So. The other one they had Lawrence Okoli, the rapper Lawrence Okoli. Now, Lawrence Okoli isn't bad. He's absolutely massive for a cruiserweight. I mean, enormous shoulders, very tall. I mean, he's got one of the physique that should be perfect for boxing. But he's one of the most boring. He's one of the most boring people, right? In boxing, always holding Hug Coley, Lawrence Hug Coley. Yeah? Even with Chris Billam-Smith, thankfully, Chris Billam-Smith took him out of the equation, or took the title off him, and he was hugging. Did he have points taken? He was hugging Billam-Smith so much. And even when he got dropped, he was hugging his legs. He was holding onto his legs. And it's like, listen, bro, this is not going to get you out of trouble. You're dropped now. You have an account. It doesn't matter if you're hugging his legs. So, I hugged Cody. So we got rid of him. And it's funny. I mean, I don't know who convinced him. It probably was Shalom. Oh, listen, Lawrence, we got a really good plan, right? We're going to try and make you into a superstar. So we thought you'd do a rap video called TKO. And, you know, we want you to rap about Arabs and wearing a necklace with lots of carrots. Well, what do you think, Lawrence? Yeah, oh, yeah, bruv. Yes, bruv. And he starts talking about, you know, Lawrence Harcourt is a geek anyway. He starts talking about smashing birds and stuff and wearing gold. It's just pathetic. I actually quite enjoyed that for the absolute risability of it. Yeah. So, who else have they got? Who else has Boxer got on their cards? And obviously, they've got the women, Lauren Price and Carissa Artisan. Now, as if you can run a boxing promotional company off the back of a couple of rug munchers who can't fight, one of whom loves Corey anyway, yeah? And you wonder why they're pushing them. They've kissed and stuff in interviews, and they're always together, and they're always showing them they're pushing that agenda. You know, back in the day, you know, Tony Simpson's there with his woman or whatever, I don't know, something like that, or Nigel Bennett. You wouldn't spend half the program. Okay, you could say they're both boxers, Art and Saul and Price, fair enough. But, you know, you don't, yeah, that's irrelevant, man. But obviously they're just pushing that rug munching scenarios. And, you know, he goes there, going to be superstars. Caroline Dubum, he's got. Imagine that. You know, Caroline Dubum, awful again. Obviously, she's a woman. You know, oh, she's the next superstar. She's awful again. A complete bum. You know, our brother, you know, I've given him some stick, but I've also said I quite like him. And he can at least punch. Yeah, and he's a heavyweight. I think they're not talking for some reason or another. I don't know if it's got to do with the transformer. But, so we got, you know, so far what have we got? Hug Curly. Great. That's really going to launch. Everyone's going to be tuning in to see him hug someone to death. And then talk about Arabs and carrots. Yeah, he's such a moron at Curly. He probably thought it meant the vegetables. But yeah, so you know, this, and the two rug munchers, Price, Art and Saul, who also loves Corey anyway, and then Art and Saul. Sorry, she likes the Corey. There's Art and Saul, Caroline Dubum, another woman, and then you got Vidal Riley, who's a sort of, I don't know, he calls himself an internet personality. He's a rapper as well. Everyone says he's a rapper. He's not takes much talent to spit some whack lyrics. I've done some rapping on my channel. So Vidal Riley, you know, he was actually a half decent boxer, but he's not. It's not been no star, and it's meant to be. You know, he should be. These people should be signed because they're good boxers or exciting boxers. If best both. So far, Okoli's a good boxer, but not exciting. Fraser Clark isn't a good boxer, and he's a bum. Yeah, Dubois, Price, Art and Saul. Yeah, who cares, man? Vidal Riley, not really that good. He's not really that big an internet personality anyway. I never heard of what he does. Okay, you got Chris Billum-Smith. Okay, he's a warrior. That's okay. I got no problem with that. Callum, you know, I mean, he's not going to go anywhere. Opataya would eat him for breakfast. You know, he'll be like a homeless man. You get me? Like a homeless man who hasn't eaten for weeks and they get a huge breakfast and he destroys it. That's how Patai would take care of Chris Billum-Smith. Smash him to pieces. It would be horrible. Horrible. He'd deform his face with the speed, the accuracy, the power. Richard Riakpo. Okay, he's okay. You know, they could put him against Billum-Smith. He's okay, but he's got a slightly lazy fighter. None of these guys are stars, you get me? Callum Simpson, he's been pushed a lot. He's a weird guy, man, weird-looking guy. I think he's a mystery meat guy. He's one of them. He's not too dreadful, but I don't think he's going to be a star. Savannah Marshall, well, come on, man, another woman. Natasha Jones, another woman. Both of them are utterly whack. Not even worth talking about. Savannah Marshall can't even manage to get pregnant by Huey. Well, that's probably Huey's fault. Joshua Boazzi, another guy who's, you know, decent amateur, but he's not that exciting. He's not that charismatic. I mean, how is Ben Shalom got no charisma? Maybe but he seems to have no appreciation of charisma, full stop, because he can't sign anybody with charisma. He just signs these other guys. Dan Aziz, Dan's sweet, but he's got no charisma, and he's fairly limited. He was shown up by Boazzi, you know, despite Terry Chapadima. Sorry, Terry, I got to say it, man. That's one of your biggest mistakes. Saying that Dan Aziz would beat Batebiev. I mean, come on, bro. Cut in half, fam. Liam Smith is there, but he's almost gone. Yeah, he looks about 80 years old. Zach Chelly, I mean, he's upper level journeyman. Florian Marcoux, a very popular Albanian community. Yeah, he'll sell some tickets. Okay, I'm down with that. Get Marcoux on. Albanians love him. I got loads of views from my Marcoux videos. Martin Bacoli, okay, he's a heavyweight. Always get some heavyweights. But what is he? Why are you not pushing him? Why Ben Shalom? But why is he not pushing him? Why isn't Bacoli out there? This guy's trying to raise money on OnlyFans for a world title. Sorry, not OnlyFans. Sorry, on what? Well, one of those donation sites, man. GoFundMe and whatnot. Why is he? So why haven't you got him some big fights there? He had Yoker, and he went on the old Saudi show, but no one's hearing about him much, are they? Yeah. And is what is it? Billy Nelson is this Scottish manager must be so frustrated because he's his only chance of making money, a decent heavyweight. Jamie TKV. Why is he allowed to call himself Jamie TKV? It's Jamie. What is it? Shiva or something? I don't know what his real name is off the top of my head. He's rubbish. Yeah, he's another internet person. But this ain't Misfits, is it? Go and put Jamie on Misfits. He'd fit better then. I've never even heard of his so-called channel or whatnot. Tyler Denny, he's not going to set the world on fire. Aaron McKenna. Yeah, McKenna looks like a homeless not crackhead, a brown head. I don't think he's going anywhere. Shaquille Thompson, never even heard of him. Yeah? I'm just going down the list. And I'm like, who are these bugs? Mikhail Lawal. Yeah, cruiserweight. I think it's half decent. Again, why are you bringing him over, though? What's he bringing to the table? A bit of power, but Jack Massey, he's actually not bad. They listed him as a heavyweight. He jumps between heavyweight and cruiserweight. But again, he's never going to be a star. Now, not everyone can be. Okay, I understand that. But there's got to be something better here. Brad Rhea, middleweight, blah, blah. Chris Congo is not really going anywhere. He's half decent at his level. Not that exciting. I couldn't pick him out in the street. Reece Edwards, never heard of him. Dylan Chima, awful, terrible, a total bum. He's basically brought in because he's a Sikh, right? I like Sikhs and that, but he's brought in to try and get the Sikh community in. I mean, he's a bum. I think he's lost twice now. Corey Gibbs. I don't know who Corey Gibbs is, but his name's Corey. That's enough for me. Joe Pigford. Hasn't he been banged recently? Scott Forrest, his cruiserweight is pretty average. So what, we've got 9. So who out of those would you pay tickets to see? Unless they're your pals. None. The biggest names might be Hog Coley, but, it's not that big. Bacoli, I'd pay to watch Bacoli. Yes, I would. Against a good fight, though. Bacoli, because he's a heavyweight. And, he's quite a nice character, okay? But I have left off, a few fighters, 3 fighters, I think, okay? And this is where things may change. So we got the Azim brothers. Hassan Azim. Yeah, he's one. Okay, obviously he's one of those. Like I said, the problem was wanting an Asian fighter who's good to bring in the Asian community because they buy their tickets, support their fighters. Look at the Amir Khan fights. You get me? So Hassan Azim, he's the brother of someone. I think he's a young brother, right? Is he going to go anywhere? I don't think so. He's got 7-3. He's all right. But he's basically just the brother of Adam Azim. Now, Adam Azim is a good prospect. So I'll give him that. Adam Azim is a good prospect. He can fight. Yeah. If you're like Princess Diana, if you're a Princess Diana type, you're always really good looking, So, he's got some, I wouldn't say his style is charismatic. I wouldn't say he's got personal charisma, but, he's certainly sellable. That's your one decent prospect. But, your one decent out, how many people he's got here? You know what I'm saying? Huh? How many people has he got here? On his roster, there's about 30, more than 30, about 33, I think, 35 possibly people on his rosters. And I've gone through the lot. We've got our first vague prospect, Adam Azim. But that's a good one. It'll bring in sales. He will be pushed a lot, obviously, because he ticked the boxes for the agenda. Right, but it's not looking great, man. It's not looking great. Like I said, none of these guys would particularly make me buy a ticket. Like I said, maybe Bakoli against the top guy. If Azim continues to improve and fights for the world title, yeah, maybe. But, apart from that, I ain't watching any of these bums. Just not interested. And especially not watching any of the bum women. I mean, imagine buying a ticket. Are you going to the Savannah Marshall fight? I can't wait. No. I was going to go to that bill, but when I saw it had 3 women fights, I decided not to bother. I've actually not gone to a DAZN fight because it had too much women on the bills. Right? Oh, Lauren Price, she's amazing. She's so talented. No, she's not. She's rubbish. She's also got the most miserable, unenthusiastic hand job face. She never can smile down. She's got that face like, what do they call it? Resting biatch face. But to me, she looks like, like I said, a girl who's got a boyfriend. He ain't really into boys, but, she's trying to give him a kiss and, she has to give him a hand job at the end of the night, but it's very, very unenthusiastic and sloppy, and she got that miserable look on her face. Can you hurry up? Can you hurry up? Which just, which obviously probably takes the wood off the guy. Anyway, then she goes rug munching. So forget about it. Lauren Price with a miserable, unenthusiastic hand job face. So no, I ain't buying a ticket to watch that thing. Not even for give me an unenthusiastic hand job. Yeah, and then Ben Whittaker. No, this I've given him some stick, and I will continue to do so. Yeah, he knows who the Triple B is. Of course he does. Why? Because he's seen me rinse him, especially when he didn't have many followers, and he actually opened a fake account and tried to engage the Triple B with some haterism. Oh, you will never be last. You're obviously poor. You're small dick in it. You're a loser. Blah 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 blah. Oh, you can never hang with boxers. Ben Whittaker, is that you, mate? I said, I know it's you, bro. Didn't even deny it. Didn't even try. So he knows who the Triple B is. As I said, a lot more people know who the Triple B is. Yeah, than people realise. My subs indicates and my views, but obviously because, like I said, I'm just so shadow banned because they hate reality and truth. So, but Ben Whittaker, so I've dissed him. His eyes are too close together. It gives me the creeps. He's rather low IQ. He's arrogant, obnoxious. The worst thing, I hated him before he turned pro. No, not hate him, but I was like, oh come on, man, because he clearly lost in the gold medal match. And he's on, he was getting all upset. He was crying afterwards like a pussy, yo. Yeah, he was actually crying. And he gets the silver medal. He puts it in his pocket on the podium. What a disrespectful move. And even, like I said, Big Joe Joyce, who clearly got robbed, unlike Whittaker, who clearly lost. Big Joe Joyce just took his, he was a bit on his face. He wasn't too happy because it was straight after they robbed him. And they put on the, the medal. And, he found it hard to smile. But he took it like a man. He just put his head down and took it, even though he's robbed. Yeah? But no, not Ben Whittaker. But, you see, this is where it gets interesting. Ben Whittaker is, as he continue to win, he is the next big star. If he can continue to win. And this is the only bit of real gold. Okay, maybe it's Azim. But this is the only bit of gold that Boxer has. That Ben Shalom has. Because this guy blew up on the Aziz bill. He'd been doing this stuff before, but he had a slightly bigger profile because he's higher up on the bill. And loads of TikToks and little videos have come out. Like I said, I was in the pub, and one of my pals is like, he's a casual fan. He knows I like, me boxing. Yeah, I like me boxing. Like I used to love me pum pum. And he said, look at this guy. He's come up. He goes, he's mad. What's his name? I said, oh, and I told him how I've been trolling him. I was in his head rent free, and I'll continue to do so. He's also a rapper as well, which is kind of laughable. Just stick to your boxing, blood clot. But like I said, he is the bit of gold that Shalom have. Without him, I don't think Sky Boxing would have much chance because Fraser Clark's going to get erased by Fabio Wardy in style. His Malteser head is going to be swollen. It's going to be even bigger, massive Easter egg head. Yeah. And like I said, no one cares about the biatches. Bilham Smith will never be a star. Well done for him winning the world title, but he'll get beat at some point pretty shortly. As I said, Riatpour may beat him. He's beaten before, but Riatpour's not a star either. None of these guys got star quality, and both of those guys will get absolutely battered. by the top dog, Jay Opataya, if they have the balls to face him. I give Ellis Zora some credit for facing Opataya. You get me? Because he knew. He must have, like going to the gallows, I'm going to get decapitated. And he did. But yeah, so Ben Whittaker changes the game for boxer. And that's the only good signing that Shalom has got. Sorry, with the exception of Ozzy. Because he doesn't sign anything that's got star quality there. Because why? Because he doesn't know nothing about boxing. He don't know nothing about boxing. He knows about doing student gigs and bashes. You know what I mean? Yeah? And sliming his way to the top with the right people, going to the right place of worship. Right? But by probably pure chance, because he don't know nothing about boxing, he has managed to land potentially the next big star in boxing. Now, he will be the next big star, Whittaker, unless he gets chinned early, right? Because if he carries on with his shenanigans, people loved it, man. Yes, there's a bunch of people, old school guys, it's disrespectful, I can't stand it. But, people said that about Hamed, but there's no one that doubts that Hamed did do great things for British boxing and Yemeni boxing. But an interest amongst the youth, and he had people talking. He was excited, and there was even myself. I had a love-hate thing with him. I see him in the club a few times. He's a midget, obviously, but a real midget. But we were still laughing at his bragging. And he came off. He came off with one of the best interviews, and he was, "You've seen it for yourself, Gary. The punching power's there, the speed, the accuracy. He called me a child." He called me a child, but he's going home now, knowing I'm a man, and I'm going to be king. That's, for me, that's my favourite. That's not, I think it's my favourite prize fight interview. But anyway, so Whittaker brings that same, he's not very intelligent. What was that thing that thing he said afterwards about, what did he say? I can jimmy, I can, but I get it done in a jiffy. I can jimmy, whatever. I can't remember it rhyme, but it's so whack. It's so whack. Even the interviewer was embarrassed. However, the crowd loved the antics. And when the referee was being a hater, telling him to calm down, the referee got booed, and so he should have done. I understand he's got to follow his thing. Referees can offer me haters, especially in British boxing, because if you notice, they're all failed pros. Ian John Lewis, BJ Williams, Bob Williams. No, BF Williams, not BJ Williams. BF, Bob Williams, yeah, and other guys, O'Connor, all them other guys, all failed pros. So they're slightly bitter. They're slightly bitter against real talent that they didn't have. But they know that they can, now they got the upper hand because they can tell them what to do. And they didn't make no money from boxing. But now, that they're in the spotlight. They love being Mickey Van, people like that, they love being in the spotlight. Even Robert Smith. He wasn't a bad pro, actually. He got knocked out by Kirkland Lang, but, he loves his position now. All these bums, that didn't make it as pros. So, he'll get grief, Whittaker, but the crowd will love him. The crowd will love him. Love him or hate him type scenario. I would actually, when I said I wouldn't... See, originally, I was dissing him, and I said, what, the problem is with him, he's so dislikable. And I watch him because he's entertaining, but he's so dislikable. I would never buy a ticket just to watch him because I'm like, people go, oh, whether they, if I don't care as long as people buy the tickets, if they want to see me lose or if they want to see me win, they're still buying tickets. No one buys tickets to see someone lose, you just don't waste your money on that. But now I would buy a ticket to watch Whittaker, not to see him lose necessarily. I don't necessarily. I do want him to get stretched at some point, flatline, and he will, because you can't, with that style at light heavyweight when you move up, come on, what could you expect? Someone he won't be around, but someone like Baturbiev. to let him off the hook with that kind of style, no, he will get banged. And he always gets caught, as I said, even by the journeyman guys. At the moment, it doesn't matter, they got no power and they don't land enough shots. And it's always roundhouse shots, right? Hooks. And I told you why, because his guys are very close together. So he can see long distances. They're hunter's eyes, the ones that are close together, long distances. Yeah? But the creatures, he hasn't got good peripheral vision. Like Khalil Cole, who can see the hooks coming. So he doesn't see the hooks coming. He'll get ironed out. At what level? That's the point. I think he will reach world level. I think he will. I'm pretty sure. And he'll be, they'll look after him. They will. Because he's the jewel in the crown for boxer. Yeah. So Whittaker might save boxer. He might save boxer because people are going to be tuning in now. like I said, all the little TikToks and YouTubes and talk and, people that don't usually like boxing and watch them now. Because he was funny. He's got some crazy, stupid ass moves, but they made me laugh, like I said. So, yeah, Ben Whittaker might yet save Ben Shalom. And Shalom should reward him highly. I think he will get to world level. Will he win a world title? Well, it depends who you fight. People always say, oh, would they win the world title, British title? Whatever. It depends who they fight. You know what I mean? If you fight Beterbiev, no. But, if you fought Joe Smith Jr., then maybe. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So like I said, Whittaker his star will continue to rise. People will be talking about him because he is original, funny. Yeah, he hasn't got the chat. But Hamed didn't have much of the chat either. He was just boastful. And, yeah, he's probably give the rapping a rest. And why bother? I mean, just, you're not going to become a bigger star. Because how many boxing rappers have made it in rapping? No, none of them. This Jamie TKW, whatever his name is meant to be a rapper. Vidal Riley is supposedly a rapper. I never heard of their things. Ben Whittaker's a rapper. I never heard of his things. The only reason I heard Roy Jones is rapping, y'all must have forgot, is because he embarrassed himself by singing it coming into the an arena, and it was so whack that it was laughable. So yeah, drop that. But yeah, like I said, yeah, the answer is Whittaker may save Shalom's ass. Whittaker and Azim may save Shalom's ass, but he needs Whittaker. Azim on his own ain't enough. Yeah, Ben Whittaker, Adam Azim on the same bill. People are going to want to watch that. I buy a ticket to that, no doubt, even if they're bashing bums up. But if you're going to stick Caroline Dubum, Lauren Price, and Karis Rugmuncher, right, on the same card, I ain't going to watch it. Or I might go to the show, yeah, and as soon as them biatches are on, I'm going to the bar, I'm going to get my yayo on, I'm going to talk to real boxing fans and, drop in for the big fights. But yeah, anyway, peace, guys, peace in the mini. See, that's the other thing about tribute. I'm a fair talker, right? I can credit where credit's due, all right? But Ben Shalom don't deserve no credit. Whittaker does, and that's star quality. But Ben Shalom, under 30s, top entrepreneur in the world, come on, bro. Someone taking the mickey, man.